man.
I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a
Posso
celebration.
que eu beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yo, welcome back to the fifth round. As always, myself, Stephen Moustaris, and with me is my dog, as always, Gracie. She's always up in this bitch. But, yeah, anyway, I just wanted to break down this UFC Fight Night this weekend, actually, Saturday, which is tomorrow, just headlined by Amanda Lemos and Jessica Andrade. And, man, this is, I don't want to spend too much time on it, not to be honest, or not to be funny or anything, like, Amanda Lemos, she's fought. I think she's like 11-1. I think the only time she's lost was her first fight in UFC to like Leslie Smith in 2017, and then I think she skipped all of 2018. I think fought once 2019 and 2020. So she got 2 wins in 3 years, and then last year goes on an absolute tear and wins 3 times last year, has 2 knockouts, has a really close decision win. It's really good for her. Seriously, I think she's coming on strong. It's a new prospect coming up, but this is the tough part because Jessica Andrade, I really think like she's like the Charles Barkley almost of like 90s basketball, or you can even say late 80s, 90s basketball, where it's like you got Michael Jordan, you got Magic Johnson, you got Larry Bird, and those are the guys that are gonna win. And I mean, you can even throw the Bad Boy Pistons in there, and it's just tough because. I mean, it might even be more like Hakeem Olajuwon technically, because he definitely got one. He got, I think, 2 in actually whenever Michael Jordan bounced just for the couple years. But it's just tough because Jessica Andrade is literally one of the greatest fighters in women's history, to be honest. And if your name's not Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Zhang Weili, Rose Namajunas, or Valentina Shevchenko, who have been 4 very, very good champions, and maybe the 4 best fighters of all time. You could add Amanda Nunes, but that's just a little too heavy for Jessica Andrade. But that's the only time this girl's losing. Like, I know she's had a couple in her early career, but now at the point where she's at now, like the way she took out Katlyn Chookagian, who I thought was actually going to give her a really tough fight, and she finishes with a nasty liver shot. Like, I don't know. I just don't see. I mean, until Jessica's like a little older and out of her prime, I don't see Jessica losing at all, unless she's fighting Zhang Weili. Maybe honestly, even now with the way Joanna's been inactive and taking her time and everything, like I wouldn't be shocked at seeing Andrade beating Joanna now. But when Joanna was on her, when she was the boogie woman, and Zhang Weili's being the Terminator she always is, and Rose Namajunas is always doing the thing she's doing, floating like a butterfly out there, and then Valentina Shevchenko being the most dominant champion of all time, like. It's hard to see her lose, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be mad at all at seeing Amanda Lemos, give her a great fight this weekend, and wouldn't be mad at all seeing her win, kind of get a fresh face in there, because I think, especially, Valentina Shevchenko and Rose kind of need new faces out there, and their training partners, so they're never going to face each other, from what it sounds like. So it's tough, man. It really is tough. Like we said, Lemos had an amazing 2021 last year. Andrade, I think, only fought once last year, but looked amazing. It's just tough. I have a really hard time seeing Amanda Lemos, gassing out Jessica Andrade or anything and finishing her like that. But then again, crazier things have happened. But it's really tough right now. It's almost like Robert Whittaker, Colby Covington. You can even throw Gilbert Burns in there. There's a bunch of guys. There's literally a bunch of guys and women out there that, if it's not for like Alexander Gustafsson, Anthony Rumble Johnson, Daniel Cormier, even though Cormier won, but like if it wasn't for John Jones, Israel Adesanya's, Kamaru Usman's, these type fighters out there, then these people, these guys, these women would be the champion, and Jessica Andrade falls in that position where she's almost exactly like a Robert Whittaker type, where she did win it. But, she hasn't. She's always came up short when it comes to the dominant champions, which is like the Israel Adesanya's. And it's tough because they're always going to, and it's even, you can even say like even though Max Holloway, I still think is a GOAT, but like Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski are the top 2, and everybody under them, like Ortega and all these guys, probably would be a champion in another time, but they're just stuck behind these people, and I think that's exactly what Jessica Andrade's problem is. So, I mean, I'd like to see Amanda Lemos prove me wrong here. I just don't see it going that route. I think Jessica Andrade is still literally just that. Like, if the other girls are 1A or champion, whatever you want to say, Jessica Andrade is clearly number one, like 1B or number 2 easily, and it's just tough. It's tough to see her just continue to dominate all these other opponents, but when she comes up to the champions, you can just tell it's just a little out of reach over. And I know she had that crazy finish against Rose in the first fight, and she gave a good fight in the third, like the 3-round battle that she had against Rose the second time, but still, you can just see how she was getting outclassed, and I don't know, it's just really tough. But I really hope Jessica Andrade pulls this one out. I know we got a couple other fights on there. I think I might only break down one more, probably the Clay Guida fight. And other than that, I mean, seriously, not the craziest packed fight card that we've seen. It's kind of like last week's, honestly, where it's just a bunch of, like, no offense to any of these guys, because I know a lot of these names, but, like, it's a bunch of no-namers or non-household, names where they're just here to make a big, performance and a big name for themselves, which they probably will, and it's always the undercard and the people that aren't the main event that are the best fights. So I kind of wouldn't be shocked at all if this main event's kind of a little more stagnant, a little more, a little, not boring, I don't want to say, but like maybe not the one we remember the most from this fight card, just because it is 2 women headlining. Lemos, I think it's her first time headlining. Jessica Andrade definitely doesn't want to lose at all and lose any more rank. She thinks she can be a champion, so she wants to win. So I wouldn't be shocked at all seeing her kind of play it a little safer in that first 2 rounds, maybe 3, and then come out strong in the end. But then again, they both can come out just throwing, so you never know. But this has been the 5th round. As always, myself, Stephen Moustaris, and I hope you guys have a good one.